teenager orphan boy, living in a hemlock, wide as a house, eating nuts and meat in the fire heat, drinking wrinkling water, wishing for a kid. For my poetry, I learned some words like alliteration, which means words that start with the same letter, like a W and a W, and just words that start with the same letter, like which I did a little bit. And onomatopoeia means like just sounds you make in poems, but I didn't do that much of those. Brainstorm is just these practice words that I was making just so I could put those in my poem reciting.
When I did my poem, I did my brainstorming, and then I went outside to get inspiration, but I got writer's block instead. So I called my grandmother, and she helped me get inspiration, and so I did a poem together, and it was pretty good. So here's my poem. So, spring dancing. Spring, first day, rain on my face like butterfly wings. Turn my face up to the sun, oatmeal on my tongue. Little girls dancing around the pond to the tune of croaking frogs in cattails.
This is a poem by Lily. It's called
Snowy Doughy. The trees blow long in the winter time. In the winter time you can make snowman. The snow is on the trampoline. It is snowing and I like it. It is cold. My face is freezing. I can hear Brady stomping on the ice. Snow slides down off the roof. I feel magical and I play outside. The end.
This is by me, and it's called Snow. Snow knows nothing. If it did, it would change to wind or rain or eternal summer glow. But yet, I know, soon summer will rain again, forever, if it may. But if not, winter will come. Now I know about summer glow, and I know summer glow will return again.
My poem is called The Wind by Emma Walters. The pine trees shake and shiver as the wind blows and quiver, as their limbs get thinner as the sun shines glimmer, and the leaves scatter and the wind blows quiver as the dirt blows and withers. That end.
This is a poem by Brady, and it's called
The fish. Big fins. Serious eyes. The color red. Hungry mouth. A large head. There spins a fly, ripples the water. Snapping teeth, he caught her. The fisherman goes home, the sky is blue. He carries the fish home to Cindy Lou. He feels very hungry and also very proud as he walks through the family crowd.
sat down happily to dinner. The fish and the fisherman winner. No, dinner. I can't remember.
Winner.
Oh, it's winner.
These are cute and fluffy too. They like to have disco balls in their shoes. Kitties are lovely and kitties are soft. They like to throw hay down from the loft. Kitties are fast and love to play. They like to be discoing every day. Llamas keep coyotes away and they're out on vacation, so the llamas just come to the farm. Llamas tan in the Bahamas. Coyotes sit here and wonder, are sheep really little llamas? No, we're here to plunder.
Oh, how the summer breeze does blow across the prairies, it does flow over the ocean, across the waves. It wakes the bears up from their caves. It blows across the desert land, but nothing moves except the sand. In the trees, the leaves do rattle. Sorry, I can't finish. Here come my cattle.
This is my poem called Snow. Okay, now Snow by the tree. You may see me rest on a tree. I am so very cold. So people like to play with me, the young ones not evil. You will not hear me hit the ground. I start with letter S. No two the same will e'er be found. Sometimes I make a mess. A man who's made with me won't blink. I am so clean, you know. Perhaps you may already think I am the clear white snow.
Lessons learned from my robot Fred by Justice and Angie Hunter. I once had a robot named Fred. He liked to stand on his head. For the life of me, I couldn't see why Fred would like to have his feet up in the sky. Whenever he was asked to play, he would happily stand on his head and say, "When you look at life from upside down, you see everybody the other way around." Upon further thought, I asked him one day how seeing people a different way made him feel happier each day, because he always had a smile to send someone's way. With a twinkle in his metallic round eye, Fred told me to test his theory, and by I would discover his secret and find out why it was better to see people with your feet in the sky. So I decided to test out his theory that very day and stand on my head the very same way, and to my surprise, it didn't take long before I saw what I had been doing wrong. Rather than seeing my little sister Susie as a constant pain, I saw that sometimes she was like the sun in the rain, and she brightened someone's day by her deeds good and kind, that was eagerly done with no selfish thoughts in mind. I now saw that those times when I felt like her pestering would never end were her attempts to become more than a sister by becoming my friend. I resolved then and there, with my head on the floor, that her efforts to be my friend would go unrecognized no more. Suddenly, everywhere I looked, I saw people in a different light, as if I had only seen them in the night and now could see them when it was bright. It was as if I hadn't really known them before, but now I saw their outside and inside and more. I even tried this new analysis when I was at school in my class, as I stood on my head in the middle of math with Mrs. Gorvass. Both students and the teacher stared at me with looks of confusion and dismay, as I told them that all of the labels we place on people should be thrown away. Although people may think I'm crazy for standing on my head, I learned some amazing lessons that will help me in my life ahead. The first lesson is that you can learn things about human nature from inanimate objects like my robot Fred, as he taught me to look at people differently just by standing on my head. The other lesson is that people may not understand my new way of looking at life, but my future efforts to never label them will hopefully result in less strife. So I thank my robot Fred on this special day, as my toy made my life better in a very important way.
Dishes by Asa Verdon. Dishes are a horrible thing that every kid dislikes, and only some of the nicest men would like to give a hand. I wish kids could not do dishes. If possible, well, it would be just right. But it is too bad that my wish cannot be had. If it could, it would be so good.
Yes, candy is yummy. Yes, candy is sweet. Candy is a treat that I'll always eat. If only candy can make you skinny and not fat, then I'm sure you'll be eating it all the time. Wouldn't you love that? If only candy can make you healthy and lean, then we wouldn't have to eat so many vegetables that are green. If only the snow was ice cream and the trees were lollipops, then the houses would be candy cane and the rain would be gumdrops. Well, I like pizza and I like steak. I like subs and I love to bake. I guess if our world was candy, we wouldn't get all those things. Only lemon pops and sour gummy rings. So I'd actually rather eat normal food and not so much candy, 'cause I'm starting to think that candy isn't all that dandy. I'd actually rather live in a land full of horses and take a lot of fun horse jumping courses. My horse would be Palomino with a thick flowing mane. Okay, this is getting crazy. I'm going insane. Candyland, Horseland, what's next? Shoppingland Lane? It's not quite possible. It's weird as it seems. The only place for this to happen is in my